Good evening, everyone. My name is Kevin Thorborn, and I guess this would be a bit of irony to say that I bring prayers, blessings, and greetings and condolences from Brown Memorial Baptist Church in Brooklyn, New York. I'm a superintendent's kid from Harlem, and when I completed my elementary education at PS 24, a school where James Baldwin once attended, and there was a little candy store on the corner of Madison Avenue on 127th Street. And when I would come out that store, there would be a man sitting on a stoop a couple of doors down off Madison Avenue. I later found out that that man was Langston Hughes. And during that time, my family got a letter in the mail to state that I would not attend the junior high school where most of the people who lived in my neighborhood would attend, but I would be attending, at that time, a junior high school 52, which was in the upper Manhattan, which was miles from where I lived, and just generations in terms of the education level. Mr. Katz, although I didn't attend his class, he was one of the people who greeted me when I got to the school. And I remember him standing at the doorway of the gym when I tried out for the basketball team, and I heard him sort of talking with the coach, and I remember the next day I came to school and I made the team. And he just was the type of person who I felt very welcome when I got there. It was just a few of us African-American kids in the early 60s who attended that school. But I know during that time, he just made me feel like I was welcomed. And I remember completing that first year and going back that next year, and he wasn't there. And so I lost contact with him, but years later, I remember listening to a radio program, one of my favorite radio programs, Gary Bird, and he came on. And I was like, wow, that was one of the teachers at Junior High School 52. And, but I came up in a real fascinating time when I would get off the bus during the summertime, leaving Junior High School 52. I would get off at the bus on the west side of 125th Street, and during the summer times, I would walk east to my home at 125th and Lexington Avenue, and there would be a lot of activity going on. I would pass the Teresa Hotel, and it could be Malcolm X giving a speech. I would reach the little coffee shop. At that time, it was chock full of nuts, and it was just a great historian. I didn't even know the man with Dr. Ben John Yakiman would be out just like a soapbox, giving speeches, and later I would sit at the feet of educators like Dr. John Henry Clark and Dr. James Small and people like that. I was at a memorial service earlier today for a good friend. My mom had passed, and I had to leave so that I could get here on time, and someone asked me where I was going, and I told them that I was going to a memorial service for a man who was a great historian. He wrote great books about African Americans, and not only did he have a wonderful impact on African American history, he had a great impact on American history as well. And I think Mr. Katz would be really proud of me today if he knew that today I'm an advisor to the John and Alice Coltrane Home in Dixon, Ohio. Thank you very much.